Welcome to Three Views, the podcast where three brothers, Thane,
Garrett,
and Gaucho.
That's us.
review a variety of products, feelings, experiences, and senses. Two of us know what we're reviewing. One doesn't, but he has to play along and give his honest review. Then, guess what we've been reviewing at the end of the episode?
Who will it be?
We know.
You.
You guys don't.
One thing that we know
We guys know
that you guys don't
is it.
Is the thing.
We know it.
We know the thing.
You guys don't know it.
You guys fucking wish you knew the thing. You don't.
Y'all don't know anything.
Yeah, it's a really good thing.
But you do have really good taste in podcasts. Hey, thanks for listening.
Hey, thanks for swinging by.
Hey, I am wondering, I got this thing on my back. Is it a mole? I don't know. Should I see a doctor about it?
This is not car talk. We can't help you with
What
that.
the hell is car talk?
So they talk about moles.
What?
Yeah. It's the Cold War podcast about Russian sleeper agents.
What the
or
fuck?
moles.
Oh. No, I don't actually. I think it's a
Freaking-
freckle, but I just, it's been there long enough, like most of my life. So now I'm kind of like, hey, what are you getting up to there?
Has it changed shape or
Nope,
size?
Same
rapidly?
thing.
Oh,
Always the same thing.
Okay, yeah. That is cause for concern.
And I think you really don't have to be more worried about it than I am.
Thane's plenty worried for the three of us.
I'm worried enough. Okay, I got it.
Oh,
Taken care
well
of.
then I'm good then. Well, thanks guys for getting me to this point.
Hey,
Hey.
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 Hey. That's what we're here for. And nothing else.
that's it.
That's
Thanks for
the-
tuning in.
That's the only thing.
Let's get into
So
whatever Thane has to say.
so when I'm editing these episodes, I just find like a scrap of paper, like a sticky note, or I've got a notepad that I sometimes write in, and I'll just write down, like, I put the bullet points of things in the episode descriptions. And so I've just got, at any given point, like somewhere between 2 and 5 notes of like below average 45-year-old, an evil money-making scheme. Gaucho laughs at nothing. Just like random little one-sentence blurbs that out of context mean nothing.
And in context mean next to nothing.
Also that. It's all nonsense. Hey, brother, it's all nonsense.
Hope you guys are ready for another goofy ass episode filled with dumb bullshit.
Ass episode.
Yo! And a goofy one at that.
Yup.
Yuck, yuck.
About
Does
time.
anyone have any highlights?
Thane, you want to go first?
Yes. I like the colors.
Mm-hmm.
I think that it's really good to look at, and the colors are a main part of that.
Yeah. I like it. There's a little variety in it
Mm-hmm.
that it's not. Because you can go with a classic, like a gray or like a brown, but then he'll sometimes have a little colorful one. And it's just, I don't know. It's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. The colors go hard. The variety and but also the consistency. I mean, depending on what day of the week you run into him, So yeah, I love it.
Another highlight is, for me, I am impressed with how fast they can go and not lose their attire.
that has always impressed me as well. I mean, like I certainly couldn't pull it off, so I'm very impressed to get to see that happening.
We like to get to see that
We love
happening.
here on Three Views. We love to get to see that happening, and the colors, and the colors. Come on.
Going fast. Go quick, color good.
I think that I think about a lot of things. I'm a very thoughtful guy.
No, you
What?
don't. No, you
Fuck.
don't. Name 5 things that you've
Stop
ever
Give
it!
me 15 specific examples of
Stop!
things you've thought before.
Mom told you guys you're not allowed to do this to me. You know I can't.
We're not allowed to test if you're intelligent enough to speak.
We're not allowed to verify.
How
your
many
thoughts.
times have I told you boys, stop testing if your little brother is sentient? He's not.
Look, we cloned him. He came from a tube. He can like do basic physical motor functions.
There's
That's
no
it.
question. He cannot think, therefore he cannot am.
I do not am, okay? And I'm sick of you guys always being like, prove that you can am, and I can't do that, and you know that I can't do that, so fuck off.
He's straight up amment.
No, I am.
Another highlight, soft.
Soft.
Soft. Probably achieved, what do you call it? Flight. Flight is what you call it. Probably achieved flight well before I ever did.
Yeah. Because you weren't able to fly until Pandora's Box, right?
Yeah, on my own,
Curses.
yeah. I mean, I went on a plane, but even that, it wasn't until I was 18 that I went on a plane for the first time, so.
And not 19. You weren't. It wasn't until you were 19 since you flew a plane for the first time. a lot of trouble with that sentence.
Getting that one out was pretty tough.
If you want to hear me talk good, subscribe to the Patreon. I never mistake any words. I never say wrong things.
Yeah, our Patreon is just all of these same episodes, but with copyrighted singing. It's scripted.
We put in actual effort.
Refined it. Mm-hmm. We make them good.
I am not involved in these, which I think explains why I am not making any money off of this podcast.
Mm-hmm. You're starting to figure it out.
I got a question for you too.
Okay.
What's the silliest thing you've ever seen this little guy do?
That's a good question because they do a lot of silly things.
Oh, don't even get me started.
I think, if you don't mind, I'll go first on answering this one. I think that, so this one time, he was over at my place for a dinner party, just me and him hanging out, and this guy said, let me show you a trick. And I was eating a full plate of mashed potatoes. And now when I say a full plate of mashed potatoes, let me tell you, I mean a full plate of mashed potatoes. It was spilling off the edges already. This guy says, let me show you a little trick. Next thing I know, and I'm looking at my plate of mashed potatoes, it's all over the fucking place. He jumped right into it and just put my mashed potatoes all over the place. And oh my goodness, what a funny time. What a good night.
What a goofy maneuver. Just swapping them all over the place.
Yeah.
Just
to what end?
So he was like, let me show you this trick. And I was like, hell yeah. And just fucked up my mashed potatoes.
That was, and like the trick was
yeah.
Let me make a mess.
When he started, I had all my mashed potatoes on a plate. Barely. It was almost not there. And then when he finished the trick, my mashed potatoes were all over the table, some on my shirt, some got on my face. It was real silly.
And we're talking a full-size dinner plate, right?
Yeah, it's like
heaped.
almost a comical amount of mashed potatoes on this plate. That's what I eat for dinner 6 nights out of the week, is just a comically large plate of mashed potatoes.
You just have 2 full mashed potatoes every night.
You gotta get your electrolytes.
Not every night, first of all, 6 nights a week, and 4 mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
4 potatoes mashed.
4 potatoes mashed, if you will.
A good hearty American dinner.
You did.
No gravy or nothing either.
Ew. Yeah. Why ruin the perfect flavor of starch?
I love just starch and butter.
You ever eat raw mashed potatoes?
What is
Way
that?
harder to
Potatoes?
make, way harder to eat.
Are you talking about
Far
potatoes?
more work, far less reward.
No, they're still mashed.
Cause you boil them and then you mash them,
Except you don't
but
boil them.
with except for raw,
Just raw.
you
You
don't
don't
boil
skin
them.
them. Leave as much
Just
dirt on
raw.
there as you can. I've actually tried to make it and like just gotten like halfway through and then realized, oh, this is just a big clump of dirt. There's no tater in here. Because I was like, oh yeah, we got every surface covered in dirt.
What was your question?
What's the weirdest way that you like to eat and prepare your potatoes? How else would we have gotten to this point? No, what's the silliest thing you've seen this little guy do?
I've seen this guy, and he was in my bedroom, and he was climbing around on the door frame.
Like on, like up the sides.
Yeah, up the sides and then hanging upside down from the top
Ooh,
casing.
like Spider-Man.
Kinda, yeah, or more like Mulan climbing the big pole. I'm sorry, I should have taken a picture because it was really silly and cute, and just kind of the way they were climbing it was really funny and cute.
Hmm.
Nice.
Silliest thing I've seen this guy do is he tried to drink a soda and and but he's so small and he couldn't get up on the can, and I was like, and then he finally got up on the can after like 4 or 5 tries, and then was trying to pop the tab and was just struggling. I was like, here, let me help you, and I popped it open for him, and the spray of it cracking open like knocked him back, and he got scared and ran across the room, and I was like, dude, I was just opening the can. And he's like, oh, word. And he comes back and then gets his head stuck in the in the opening to the can and is just kind of like flailing around. And then yeah, and then I had to like pull him out, and then his face, it was orange Fanta, and his face was stained orange for like 3 days.
Did he ask, "Is this the real life or is this just a fantasy?"
And I was like, no. I was like,
This is
I
neither.
was like, you're out of questions for today. He's only allowed to ask me 3 questions per day because he's just so much bullshit that he wants to know about.
Curious little
Yeah, I'll
fucker.
bet. They do that for
Well, yeah, I
sure.
got a question for the two of you.
Word. Hit it, Chief.
So, Thane, you can answer this in a different way because you're already married. But the question is, will
Oh no.
you have him at your
Oh no.
will you have him at your wedding when you get married one day? For Garrett and I to answer, and you, Thane. I don't remember. I know I was there, but I don't remember if you had him there.
For your second wedding, would he be
He does.
If Jillian and I ever renew our vows, we'd probably have him there.
That's
Okay.
good. I'd invite him, yeah. I think I'd have him as a groomsman too.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know that you two are my brothers, but he's gonna be the best man. I'm sorry,
He is the best man that never was.
he is.
It's okay. I didn't make either of you best men at my wedding.
Yeah, what the
So
fuck, man?
You didn't have a choice. I was the best man at your wedding.
okay.
Most humble there too.
That's true. That's why I had to take the jacket that you wore to my wedding because I needed to look better
You finally got one over on me. Ended up with the sexy Pembleton.
Achieved my life goal. Sexy Pembleton. Tremblety Pemblety. Chad Pembleton.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You ever seen the Mick?
Nope.
Yeah, but I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, you gotta watch the Mick to get that joke.
I've seen the Mick. What are you talking about?
Go watch the Mick again.
Shit.
And pause this episode, Gaucho. Go watch the Mick.
All right.
And then re-listen to that joke.
Give me
instead.
approximately Oh, ha 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 ha.
Right?
Pretty good, right? I guess I could have used that time to
Yeah,
watch the show and get the joke too, but I just kind of sat here waiting for Gouch to get back.
Garrett and I didn't talk about
No.
anything. We just sat and stared at each other. We don't talk when Gouch was not
We
with
don't talk
us.
if it's not for the podcast.
Yeah. We gotta save up our jokes through the week.
Thane, do you have a joke?
No, but I've got a question for you.
That'll do.
Do you ever pay for this guy to get groomed?
Come again?
Do you ever pay for this guy to get groomed?
No.
No. I'm not a big fan of grooming. I think it's pretty morally questionable.
Not the pedophile kind, like haircut.
Oh,
and
yeah,
all.
sure.
yeah. Yeah.
You silly goofstons.
Yeah, I have once or twice. I'll give him a bath, and that's not me paying someone. I'll just kind of bathe him, just kind of like just bring him to the sink. He fucking hates it, but just be like, all right, it's time for you to get a little wash when it's my weekend with him. But I've taken him out to the salon a couple times. So I'll take him to the barber shop with me actually, and
That's
yeah, they'll be trimming up my beard, and then he'll be in a tiny, very cute little chair next to me, and they'll just have a tiny little brush, and just get his cute little soft fur.
yeah. I try to take him to the barbershop with me every time I go as well. He can't have real money, so he can't pay for these things. So I have to kind of, and it only costs 25 cents for his whole cut.
I've
So
given him real money before, but he fucking shredded that shit.
yeah, you
Just
do not
tore
want to
up
give him.
pieces.
I gave him a $100 bill and a birthday card, and that shit. He tore the card and the money up. Didn't even read it.
I did the same thing. I should have started with a $1 bill.
Yeah.
Tested the waters, but I didn't. I was like, this is a big deal for him. This is more money than he's ever gonna have ever again. And yeah, he just didn't.
I was interrupting you real quick. Let me carry on with what I was about to say. I was teaching him about money and just kind of basic economy. I know that's a whole other can of worms with these guys. But I was teaching him about it, and I handed him a Monopoly dollar bill, and he immediately, like you said, shredded it and then took it to a corner of my bedroom and made a little he had a little nest.
He
built up
loves
there.
doing that.
Yeah,
He likes that little filing cabinet
kind of
nest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I've gotten him groomed before. It's kind of always a fun wild ride to see. I let him just ask for whatever he wants, and he just goes for it. Yeah, it's
Sometimes it's hard. It's hard when I take him to the barbershop because he's got hair all over, but he really doesn't want to take off his clothes. He doesn't wear most of his clothes, but they're like, "Oh, we need the top of your head," and he's like, "No, like, like you can't." And yeah, it's funny because it's always a fight, and then he always takes it off for a bit, and he's fine.
Yeah. He just loves that little hat of his.
Very cute. Very good.
Tonight's episode is brought to you by a little frog in a dapper jacket.
Oh.
He wants you to know that he has a collection of very dapper jackets and he wears them and he looks very cute in them. He is just a little frog in a very, very dapper jacket. Any day of the week, it's almost like you never see him in the same jacket. He's got so many little dapper jackets and he loves wearing all of them. And he just wants you to know about that.
He sent me a postcard with not a postcard, a letter with like some pictures that he had put in there of him and a couple of his different little jackets and different spots. And oh, it's just the favorite. I put them all in my fridge, and he's got a little blazer in one of them. He's got like a bomber jacket in the other with these like tight little patches. And yeah, cutest little dude.
I saw him wearing one that has the shoulder or the elbow pads.
Oh,
the like professor ones, and it was kind of like the Frog and Toad
Yeah.
characters, kind of doing that vibe, and like you
Yeah,
liked it. He's
he
so
sent me
cute.
that picture as well. That was his Halloween costume last year.
Was he dressing as
That's
Frog
so
or
good
as
for
Toad?
him.
I think Toad, which is weird because he is a frog.
I mean, I dressed as Mothman for Halloween, and
I think that they're allowed to do that.
I'm just a man. I'm not a moth.
Isn't that like blackface for frogs though?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh no, frogs are really racist against toads.
Ah, okay. Well, and it's
Yeah.
fine because this guy in his little dapper jacket, he can do no wrong.
Yeah.
When you look that cute, well, that's treacherous ground. I don't know. I don't know that I want to say that out
Let me
loud.
go ahead and say it for you. When you look that cute, you can be as racist as you want to be.
No. But yes,
No, racism is actually wrong for anyone and everyone.
I guess it would be speciesism.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Speciesism.
it's like speciesism. It's like in
Spit it out.
It's like in.
it's like in
Beninging.
it's like in D&D. You can't be racist against another species of people.
Hmm.
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 Gotta chew that one over.
No, but you guys, if you don't know about this little frog in just the most dapper jackets, you gotta check him out. He has an Instagram account. It is Little Frog in a Dapper Jacket, and he's just got a collection of pictures of him just in little dapper jackets, and he just wants you to see them.
Aw.
Oh, that sounds like such a good Instagram. I would love to see that sometime.
I'm so glad
I'll have
that's
to go
real.
check him out.
Yeah, he has been kind of fighting against Instagram for violating community guidelines. Every once in a while, he'll make a post that's pretty out there, just bashing on toads. So you just gotta keep.
He's got some pretty wild political ideologies.
He has been like has had his account like frozen for a time before. So if you can't access that was a cool thing. If you can't access his Instagram, just give it a few days. But again, that is Little Frog in a Dapper Jacket.
Does he get access to his Instagram like every 4 days or something?
I don't know. I don't fucking know how Instagram works. What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, my bad. I'm sorry.
Does he have it?
I was just trying to yes and you.
Why are you asking me to add more and flush out this story?
Look, I already said some funny things about it. Get off my back.
Does he need anything from us or our viewers? Is there any way to
No.
support him?
No. He doesn't even want you to like his posts or comment. He just wants you to see him in his little dapper jackets.
He does have really cool jackets.
Nice.
And they're fun because some of them are like waterproof on the inside, and so they don't get all slimy because he's a pretty slimy guy. But then some of them aren't. Like he's got a denim one that just soaks through, and you can just tell it's just wet denim that's just kind of slopping around.
It's just wet denim. It's a wet denim kind of party.
Yeah. Shout out to our Little Frog in a dapper jacket.
The cutest of the little guys.
Oh, just thinking about all of his different jackets. So cute. Yeah. Well, do we want to do some ratings?
Yeah, who's introducing the scale this week?
I am.
Yep. No.
I am.
No. I fooled you. You each owe me $5.
Here, I'm not paying you $5.
No.
I am not
What?
paying you a dime.
I'll give you a dime.
One
No,
dime,
I
please.
like dimes. Today my boss said, you just want like a nickel space. Do you know what a nickel is? And I was like the coin? And he was like, yeah, I don't know. Money's not a thing anymore. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, Tony? Here on 3 Views, we use a 15-point scale. We each can award up to 5 points. If the total score between the 3 of us is 15, it's a motherfucking gold-rated product. 0 to 5, shit butt. Garbage. 6 to 10, bronze. Hell yeah. 11 to 14, silver. We're getting there. And again, 15 motherfucking gold. You award points for each of these things: ease of use, accessibility, aesthetics, ethics and morals, and yes or no.
You nailed it. Way to go,
What's
Gaucho.
up?
I'm so proud of myself.
What the hell? You didn't do it. Come on, man.
I mean, you.
Aw.
Hey,
You.
toss a little pride my way.
Anyone want to start? You want me to start?
Yeah, why don't you start?
I don't want to.
Yeah, why
All
don't
right,
you?
I'll go ahead and start then. Ease of use. That's the point. He's just kind of there. Yeah, he's just around. And also accessibility. Yes, that's a point. Um, aesthetics. He's the cutest little guy. He's very cute. So that's a point. Ethics and morals. That's a point for me. I think this guy can do no wrong, even if he just fucks up a whole plate of mashed potatoes and makes a big old mess. It was a cool trick. Yes or no? That's a yes. That's a full hand, sweet, a full suite, full house. Royal flush,
Wow, 5
A
points.
full and total sweep and flush.
big sweeping full flush house.
Well,
Me on chore day, sweep and flush.
well, I want to go next. I am going to give a point for ease of use. Accessibility. Technically, I only get him every other weekend, but that's neither here nor there. Custody is a hell of a thing, but when he's around, he's all there. So I'm giving that a point. Aesthetics, absolutely, cutest little guy you ever saw. Ethics and morals, what could possibly be wrong with anything that this little guy does ever? Nothing. So absolutely a point. And yes or no? Yes, yes, fuck yes. I love this little guy.
Was that 5 from you? Sorry, I was
That was 5.
looking at a different thing.
Yeah, that brings us to a total of 10 so far.
Wow. Okay. Ease of use. I don't know exactly how you use him, so I don't know that I
Just
would
hang out with him.
give a point for
Party
that.
tricks.
And you got a plate of mashed potatoes
Well,
and a
that's a good
crowd to
point.
impress.
You got too many mashed potatoes and a bunch of friends over. Accessibility, yeah, we've all got one, so obviously give it a point for that. Aesthetics, he's so cute. He's just a little cute guy. He's just a little cute. So yeah, for sure. Ethics and morals, I've never seen him do anything wrong. And yes or no, yes. So again, 5 points from
I
Whoa.
watched
Thane.
him try and do something wrong, but he didn't pull it off.
Doesn't count.
Yeah, he
Doesn't count if you don't
he was
succeed
too
at it.
small and wasn't strong enough to operate the trigger. It just made the whole thing way cuter.
Hey guys, that's 15 points. That brings us to a motherfucking gold rated little fella.
Yo,
Yeah. Yeah.
what the hell are we reviewing this week, boys? Anyone want to guess?
I don't know. Is it like a super furry? I don't know.
A super
Is it
furry?
a super furry?
No, it's not a super furry.
Like a furry little gremlin guy? What are those things
Furby?
called? A Furby?
No.
No,
Like a leprechaun that's got hair all
No.
over?
no, it's not a hairy leprechaun.
I have no clue. What is this?
It's just a little mouse in a little hat. This is a tiny little mouse. He's got the cutest little.
Guys, you can't lie to me when I'm trying to guess what we're reviewing.
He's just. Wait, what did I lie about?
You never had a mouse jump into a plate of
First of all, I can
potatoes.
lie to you and our viewers as much as I fucking want
This
about
is the
anything.
internet. We can just make shit up. It's a tiny little mouse, and he's got little hats that he puts on, and he's so cute, and he runs around. He's got his little hats, and he eats cheese and shit. I almost mentioned cheese a couple times, and I was like, "Oh, that'll be a dead giveaway."
Probably wouldn't have been. I was completely lost. You probably could have been talking about cheese, and I would have thought Charlie Kelly from Always Sunny.
I mean, your first guess was super furry, so
I was way off base.
Yeah, he's got like one of those little propeller hats.
he can fly with it.
No, he
He
doesn't.
Yeah,
can
it goes.
fly with it.
No, he can't.
He
No,
can't.
he makes that noise with his mouth.
Yeah, and he can't actually fly. He just ties a helium balloon around his back and then makes that noise as he floats around the place.
He goes, and then he goes, "Oh fuck! I'm gonna hit the fan! Ah, help! Help!" And then the balloon hits the fan, and he goes, "Whoa!" And then it kind of whomps into the wall and gets knocked out, and then it's just kind of like slowly just bouncing as the air current pulls him closer to the fan, and then hits it again, and swings him across the room, and then he hits the wall again, and wakes back up, and is like, "Ah, what the hell? Help!" And I'm just sitting there laughing.
That was the time that he tried to use a firearm on Garrett for laughing at him going through that, and I was there, and holy hell were we laughing hard because he just couldn't do it.
He just couldn't. I loaded the thing for him and everything, and he couldn't pull it off.
Not for lack of trying, he
Oh,
was
man.
giving it his all.
Give it the old college try. He's got a little Indiana Jones hat that he has a little whip with it too, and he'll like whee, and try to use it, but he ain't got no thumbs.
He is also good friends with our little frog friend in a very dapper jacket.
I read a book this week that has a rat character. It's really, and he wears a little hat. It's really cute and
Yeah,
funny.
that's what we were reviewing.
Yeah, how did you not
Nope.
get that?
We were reviewing a mouse.
A
with
tiny
hat.
little mouse
rat
with a
is
little hat.
different thing.
He's so dang cute.
A tiny little mouse with a little hat.
He's so cute, and he scampers around, and his little hat doesn't even come off.
I'm so mad at you two right now.
Why?
Why? That was great.
What? How could this possibly become a mad thing at us?
Because you guys just made shit up for the whole episode.
Okay, you did that with goblins with me.
No, you and Gaucho did that for goblins to me.
Damn it! I thought that would work.
Hey, listen. One thing about
Damn it! I thought I could gaslight.
one thing about Garrett and I coming up with something to review is we're gonna just say a few really good options, and then one of us is just gonna say some totally fuck shit, and we're gonna be like, "That's the one."
Yeah, we spent a lot of today talking about just how funny a cute little mouse with a tiny little hat on is, and we figured you would think it was a lot funnier. So I think you're the outlier here.
Yeah, we both agreed that we thought you would think
I'm
it would be
wrong.
funny.
We did our market testing between the two of us in the work van, and it's a hit.
Yeah, like I know for sure when we listen to this podcast next week when it comes out in our work van together, we are going to laugh at all of the same things that we laughed at during this. Yeah, that mouse fucking sucks.
That mouse isn't even the cutest.
No,
They
that mouse has a little.
Thanks
hat.
showing us
Wait,
a
I
picture
didn't
of a
notice
mouse
that.
with
He's
a
so
little
cute.
hat.
He has a pirate hat.
Oh,
Wait,
does he
have
also
a little
have fucking
scabbard?
scurvy?
Scorvy.
His name is Huck.
Look at
Aww.
him. What's that
He
from?
is really cute.
It's from the book Tress of the Emerald Sea.
It's not a real book.
Okay, I guess we're all just making shit up today.
Okay, what we're
then.
actually reviewing is Gaslighting Thane.
All right. Thanks for everybody for joining us. Thanks for listening to my brothers lie to me for 45 minutes.
We just were reviewing what we thought was the coolest thing we could be reviewing. I don't know why you're so upset with us.
He's a tiny little mouse. He's got a little tiny little hat on.
He's got different little hats. And the episode is literally brought to us and to our viewers by a little frog in a very dapper jacket.
He's got a tiny little jacket on.
Was one of the things that we were gonna review a frog in a dapper jacket?
What?
Was that one of the pitches?
No, he's a sponsor.
No,
Why,
he's just-
it'd feel weird to review a sponsor.
Yeah, because like, what if we gave him a bad review? Then he wouldn't be he wouldn't be encouraging us to promote his Instagram so people could see him in his little dapper jackets.
I gotta be honest.
He already paid us.
I'm regretting talking positively about Pandora's boxes. I don't like it.
Are those curses and evils?
Yeah, it's gotten
coming
old.
back
The
to
the
bite ya?
novelty is worn off. I miss being able to listen to music and hear my brothers talk.
I
Yeah.
really miss my cat, man. That Skinwalker ate her and then comes back in the form of my cat all the time and just is super mean to me, and I don't like it.
Sucks.
Yeah, he'll have that, man.
Yeah, you'll have that on these big jobs.
Well,
Thane, I'm sorry to have ruined your entire fucking week.
yeah, I'm so sorry that we recorded the worst podcast yet. But think about it. It's just had a little mouse. So he's got a little baby hat.
He's got little hats, and he will fuck up your mashed potatoes just for the hell of it.
He's just a little boy.
Mice don't weigh enough to splatter mashed potatoes all over.
Oh,
the
he's
place.
chunky.
He's a chunky.
He's
guy.
a chunky boy.
He eats a whole mashed potato a week.
He's like the size of a dog.
Who's that? Who's that rat?
Like if you got a really small dog.
Who's that rat that has all the chains? The cartoon rat
From
with all the gold
Barnyard?
chains.
Yeah.
Who comes out and sings Mr. Bombastic? I don't know. Is that Ron Perlman?
Biggie Cheese.
Biggie Cheese.
Biggie Cheese. Next week's
All
sponsor.
right. Fair amount of. All right. Thanks, everybody. Hey, quick aside. Are you gonna make that Instagram?
Probably not. No, I thought about it. That's a lot of fucking work, man.
Yeah, a lot of work for that bit.